You bought a smart TV, or someone in your family set one up for you. And at first, it seemed great. A big, beautiful screen, more channels than you could ever watch, apps for everything. But then your son or daughter went home, and suddenly you couldn't figure out how to get back to the regular channels. Or you accidentally pressed something and the whole screen changed, and you had no idea how to get back to where you were. Or maybe you hear people talking about Netflix, about YouTube, about streaming, and you nod along, but honestly, you're not quite sure what any of that means or how to actually use it. If any of this sounds familiar, you are not alone, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Smart TVs were designed by engineers who grew up with this technology. They didn't think about someone who is using it for the first time at 65. Today, I'm going to change that. I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to use your smart TV confidently on your own without needing to call anyone for help. By the end of this video, that remote control is going to make a lot more sense. My name is Lucas, and every week I'm here to help you use technology with more confidence, more ease, and absolutely no stress. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe now so you never miss a new video. Before we dive in, I want to say something important. Smart TVs are genuinely confusing, even for people who consider themselves good with technology. The problem isn't you. The problem is that these devices come with almost no real instruction. You get a thin paper pamphlet that explains almost nothing, and a remote control with 40 buttons and no explanation of what most of them actually do. And unlike a regular TV, where you turned it on, changed the channel, adjusted the volume, and that was it, a smart TV is essentially a computer connected to your television. It has apps, it connects to the internet, it can do dozens of things. And that's exactly why it feels overwhelming at first. But here's the good news. You really only need to understand a handful of things to use a smart TV well. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know the basics. And I'm going to give you exactly that, step by step, starting right now. Let's start with the remote, because that's where most of the confusion begins. Smart TV remotes look different depending on the brand. Samsung, LG, Roku, and others all have slightly different layouts. But almost all of them share the same key buttons. The first button to find is the home button. It usually looks like a small house icon, and it's one of the most important buttons on the entire remote. Whenever you get lost, whenever the screen is showing something you don't recognize and you don't know how to get back, press the home button. It will always take you back to the main screen of your TV, no matter where you are. Think of it as the start over button. The second important button is the back button. It usually has an arrow pointing to the left. This takes you one step back, like going back a page. If you accidentally open something, press back to undo it. The third is the OK or Select button, usually in the center of a circular navigation pad. You use the arrows on that circle to move around the screen, and press OK to select whatever you're pointing at. The fourth is the volume buttons, usually on the side of the remote, and the channel buttons if your TV has them. The fifth is the mute button, which silences the sound without turning the TV off. That's really all you need to start. Everything else on the remote is optional. Buttons for shortcuts, for specific apps, for settings. Don't worry about those for now. Master these 5 first. When you press the home button, you'll see the main screen of your smart TV, sometimes called the home screen or the dashboard. This is your starting point for everything. On this screen, you'll typically see a row of app icons, small squares or rectangles with logos on them. These are the applications installed on your TV. You might see Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime Video, a weather app, a browser, and others. You'll also usually see a section for live TV, which is your regular broadcast or cable channels, just like a traditional TV. To open an app, use the arrow buttons to move the selection to that app's icon. You'll see it highlighted or enlarged when it's selected, and then press OK. The app will open and you can start using it. To go back to the home screen at any time, just press that home button. One important thing to understand, your smart TV needs to be connected to the internet, specifically your home Wi-Fi, to use most of its features. If you haven't set up the Wi-Fi connection yet, or if you're not sure whether it's connected, go to Settings, then Network or Wi-Fi, and check the status. If it shows connected, you're good. If not, you'll need to select your home Wi-Fi network and enter your password. Now let's talk about the apps people use most, because this is where most of the value of a smart TV comes from. Netflix is a service where you pay a monthly subscription and get access to thousands of movies and TV shows available anytime you want with no commercials. To use it, you need a Netflix account, which you can create on your phone or computer, and then open the Netflix app on your TV and sign in. YouTube is completely free and has an almost unlimited amount of video content. Documentaries, music, cooking shows, exercise videos, travel programs, and yes, channels just like this one. To open YouTube on your TV, find the YouTube app on your home screen, press OK, and use the arrow buttons to browse. You can search for any topic using the on-screen keyboard. Move to each letter using the arrows and press OK to select it. Amazon Prime Video works similarly to Netflix. It's included with an Amazon Prime membership and has a large library of movies and shows. One important tip: when you finish watching something on any of these apps and want to stop, don't just turn off the TV. Press the back button or the home button first to exit the app properly. This helps your TV run more smoothly over time. One of the most common complaints I hear from people over 60 about smart TVs is that the picture looks strange. Colors are too vivid, movement looks artificial, or everything seems too bright. This is because most smart TVs come from the factory with picture settings designed to look impressive in a bright store, not in your living room at home. The good news is this is very easy to fix. Press the home button, go to settings. It usually looks like a gear icon, then find picture or display settings. Look for something called picture mode. You'll see options like vivid, standard, natural, movie, or cinema. For most home viewing, natural or movie gives the most comfortable, realistic picture. For sound, go back to settings and look for sound or audio. If voices on TV shows are hard to hear, but the music and effects are too loud, look for a setting called Clear Voice, Dialogue Enhancement, or Speech Enhancement and turn it on. This makes voices stand out more clearly, which many people find makes a significant difference in daily viewing comfort. Now let me give you 5 practical tips that will save you a lot of frustration. Tip 1. When in doubt, press home. I know I've said this already, but it's worth repeating. No matter how lost you get on a smart TV, pressing the home button will always bring you back to a familiar starting point. Nothing you press on the remote will break the TV. You cannot damage it by pressing the wrong button. Tip 2. Restart the TV if something isn't working. If an app freezes, if the screen goes blank, or if the remote stops responding, the simplest solution is to turn the TV off completely. Not just with the remote, but by unplugging it from the wall for 30 seconds and plugging it back in. This clears the memory and usually fixes most temporary problems. Tip 3. Keep the remote in the same place. This sounds simple, but losing the remote is genuinely the #1 frustration people report with smart TVs. Choose one specific spot, on top of the TV unit, in a small dish on the coffee table, or on the arm of your favorite chair, and always put it back there. Tip 4. Lower the brightness if your eyes get tired. Smart TVs can be very bright, especially in a dark room in the evening. Go to Settings, Picture, and reduce the brightness or backlight setting. Your eyes will thank you. Tip 5. Don't worry about updates. Your smart TV will occasionally show a message saying a software update is available. It's safe and important to install these. They fix problems and sometimes add useful features. If it asks for your permission, press OK or confirm to allow it. Let's recap everything you learned today. The 5 most important buttons on your remote are: Home, to always get back to the main screen; Back, to undo your last step; OK, to select what's on screen; Volume, and Mute. The home screen is your starting point. It shows all your apps and your live TV option. To use Netflix, YouTube, or other streaming apps, simply open them from the home screen and sign in with your account. To improve the picture, change the picture mode in settings to natural or movie. To make voices clearer, enable speech enhancement in the sound settings. And whenever something goes wrong, press home first. And if that doesn't help, unplug the TV for 30 seconds and plug it back in. A smart TV is genuinely one of the most entertaining and useful pieces of technology in a home, and now you have everything you need to use it on your own terms. If this video helped you understand your smart TV better, share it with someone you know who has been struggling with theirs. It might be the most useful thing you share with them this week. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new video. Every week, I bring you a new topic to help you use technology with more confidence and less stress. And leave me a comment. What's the one thing about your smart TV that has confused you the most? I read every single reply. See you in the next video, and go enjoy that TV.